Hey guys, Antonio here with another video on a blog post I wrote on the cycle of self-improvement and wanting to improve yourself. And guys, before we get started, make sure to smash that subscribe button down low, follow along with more videos like this, sent straight to your inbox every single week. So, I wasn't always into this self-improvement thing. I had tons and tons of insecurities when I was younger. And it wasn't until about 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now, that I picked up Think and Grow Rich for the first time. It was suggested to me, and I picked it up and I read it, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And it took me down this spiral. This book, and How to Win Friends and Influence People, took me down this spiral and realizing that anything is possible as long as I put my mind to it. And it made me want to expand into other areas too. It made me think, like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Things that I thought that were never, ever possible before put me down this path. And it also took a couple of years, 2 or 3 years at least, before I started realizing what I learned there. And I read the book a couple more times. And I started wanting to explore the subject a little bit more. It wasn't instant, because it takes time for things to change. I wasn't always like this. So, here are some sad truths about this self-improvement cycle. Is you will become a different person, right? The sad truths and happy truths. You will become a different person, right? You might not want to change. A lot of people say they don't want to change. They don't want to change who they are. But it's not changing who you are. You're the same person. You will become a different person on the inside, meaning that you will be doing things from a truer, more purposeful place, rather than doing it from a fake place that you may have been doing it before. Now that you know you're a different person and why you are doing things, most people are going to start thinking you're weird for wanting to improve yourself. People, in my opinion, it's a sad fact that people will think you're weird for wanting to improve yourself. But hey, first of all, it's not your job to judge them. And second of all, in my opinion, it comes from their insecurity of not wanting to face their own fears. And we've all had that at some point. So they're going to call you weird for it because they're afraid of facing their own fears when it comes to it. Next is positive. You're going to end up loving what you do and wanting to spend more time doing it. It's amazing how you can read something and actively want to do work. For instance, these videos, my Insta stories, anything that I'm posting for you guys, I love doing it. It takes work, effort, and focus for me to come up with the stuff that I'm talking about. But every single day I come back and I do it because I love it and it doesn't feel like work. It's like a fun activity for me to do when I come home. I'm excited to come home and record these videos. It's not something that I'm not looking forward to do at all. So, next thing is it'll keep you from wanting to take vacations or long breaks. And a lot of people call me weird for this, and I don't know if this affects other people, but I found that since being here, I don't want to take vacations or long breaks from work because I found that I enjoy the work that I'm doing. And when you enjoy the work, it doesn't feel like work. I don't need to go on long breaks. Sure, I need breaks for like a half hour here. I like hanging out with my friends at night, seeing my family occasionally. All of these things keep me focused. Those sort of breaks. But longer breaks where I need weeks or months at a time, I never need that because I enjoy what I do every single day. And I hope you will too when you get down this path. Next is you may face tons and tons of your fears. Every single day I have to get up and face my fears. One thing that recently I started doing was posting Instagram stories, and I always hate social media so much to the point where I didn't want people to see what I was doing. So I had to face the fear of letting other people see what I was doing by recording Insta stories and giving you tips every single day. That's a simple fear that I had to face because I was going down this path of following my purpose and becoming a better person. Next is you're going to learn about the secrets of life that are not in school. Okay? Tons and tons of people go through school learning about things like history and their language and math and science. And don't get me wrong, those are cool subjects to learn. But they don't understand how their own human body and mind works, the tools that they have to themselves. This is stuff that should be taught in kindergarten, in preschool, in first grade, and second grade. Then on top of that, you can build math and everything else, the more superficial things. Things that help you to do smaller things in real life. Whereas knowing the stuff that you can learn from my channel and other channels out there and books and stuff that will put you on a crazy path in life, regardless of what field you decide to go into. Next is, you'll find ways to be happier even in the negative and in the happy things. Being on this self-improvement makes you realize that in failures, in negative things that come out, you can learn something from them, and that learning can turn it into a positive. Whereas if you aren't on this path, a lot of times you don't notice that a failure is a good thing, and there's so much knowledge behind the failure, and you turn that knowledge into positivity. And you come to enjoy things and become more grateful for the things you have right there because you know you worked hard for them. And the last thing is that it may unlock your truest self. I am working every single day to get to my truest self. I'm not there yet. A lot of people are not there yet. And I don't know if I'll ever get there. But if I keep making steps and facing my fears and doing new things and going down my path, I will become more and more true to who I am, to show what I like and what I love to do, and not come from a fake place of something that someone told me and I'm making decisions based off of that and not what I believe and what I want. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the cycle of self-improvement and some things you are going to face as you are going down this path. Guys, make sure to check me out on Patreon. Please donate if you can. Anything helps. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Guys, I just mentioned that I started doing these Insta stories. Every single day I give a tip, 10, 20, 30 seconds, about how you can improve your life, a daily challenge. So stay tuned and follow along for those. And guys, remember that a chapter a day will ask for success to make way. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.